Hey, a great Monday morning. It is a beautiful morning in the city of Brownsville, Texas, and it's a great day to be candidate for mayor of the city of Brownsville. I want to thank everyone that has been sending a lot of encouraging words. I want to thank a lot of individuals who are, as crazy as it may sound, uh, are interested in being a part of the campaign. This has never happened to me. I appreciate it. I think there's a couple of things that a lot of folk uh, have started to understand. First of all, they've started to understand that they are not for us. The individuals that are running against me for mayor of the city of Brownsville, they are for themselves, and it's very impressive. But I have been in contact with a lot of individuals that are my St. Joe people, and very supportive. And I think that this tends to go a little bit as to what is not expected because we live in times that are basically not expected. No one expects to have to go through what we are going through as a community. No one expects it. I love that. And what I mean by no one expects it, it's like when I don't know if you all remember when Mayor Trey Mendez uh, goes out there and says, "Hey, um, no one could expect the weather. It was unexpected." And I think what the mayor failed to grasp onto and to realize is that we expect local government to be prepared for something, you know, be prepared for something. And what we found out is they were prepared. Rui, Rui, uh, Rui, Rui, ¿ahí estás? Rui, Rui, Rui. Um, Good morning, good morning, good morning. Sorry, guys, having an issue with my assistant. Good morning. Plus, we need to be careful with the tray move is not done again. Well, let me go back and thank Royal. I should have sent you a link, but sorry, but I didn't know you were awake. Let me say, Rubí, ahí está Lorenzo fuera. Bye, gracias. Uh, when they stated it was unexpected, then you think like, well, you should have been expecting something. La publicidad. That's enough. You should have been expecting something, you know. And unfortunately for us, our city, and we learned our city was uh, e- expecting nothing. ¿Le das a estos niños? A Jamie, Alicia? And they should have been prepared for something. They were prepared for nothing. I got push cards that I'm going to be handing out. Guys, if you have a restaurant, if you have any place to distribute these, I don't like the paper. I don't like the paper, but push cards. So if you got a place where you could stand and pass these out, let me know. Don't like the paper. Oh, I love it. Restaurants, any type of business out there that you may be able to distribute these, that would be awesome. Let me say, we should have been prepared for something. And my question back then to the mayor was, what if a hurricane would have hit? I mean, we haven't had a hurricane uh, in a while. But what if a hurricane would hit? Are we prepared for that? And the answer was, we're not prepared. Because if we were not prepared for 5 days without electricity, guys, because of the freeze, what would happen if a major a hurricane hits our area? The truth of the matter is, we're not prepared. And I think people are starting to wake up to that fact. And the reason that we're not prepared is because we haven't placed our resources where they need to go. And look, one of the things that is, and again, a lot of people may go out and say, "Well, that's it's always the same thing over and over again." Guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One of the things that a lot of people need to understand is that our resources are pooled as a community. These are your resources. And because they're pooled as a community, they should evenly be distributed evenly amongst the community. O sea, we all pitch in. And this is something that I think a lot has very foreign to a lot of the individuals who make up our city commission right now. Two of those individuals who want to be mayor. They're supposed to serve the city as a whole. And what was happening was a lot of the niche little folk here in the city of Brownsville, the individuals that will go out there and eat a Dodici's pizza. It's horrible. $18 pizza, small. For these individuals that are going to go pay $18 for a small pizza, guys, I think that for a while they were doing okay. Then reality started to sit in. And for individuals that have a bake shop, that have a refaccionaria, that have a restaurant, started to realize that they cannot only depend on individuals who can afford an $18 pizza, or they're going to maintain you to a certain level, but for a limited short amount of time. You're not going to see any growth. And that's what really, really sucks about the matter. And I think they started to realize that, oh, wait a minute. Si la gente allá de las Southmost, de la Ribera, de las Prietas, and now, guys, la gente del Alton Glore, si la gente del Brownsville Country Club no tiene ingresos, no puede ganar para gastar en mi negocio, muy apenas la voy a hacer con el niche little in crowd. And that's where it completely sucks. Because look, folks, I don't eat. I don't know if you've ever seen me consume food. I hardly eat. I mean, you could order a plate of food. I'll pick at your plate. Yo ya comí. So you're not going to make any money from me. But if I were to go to a niche place, I could probably afford it. Just choose not to. So I'm going to niche places to go eat, and you start to see something that is typical of everything that's been happening in the city of Brownsville. There's no growth. Everything remains stagnant. And because it remains stagnant, individuals are starting to see that there might be just a better way. Because if my people from Las Prietas, Southmost, Brownsville Country Club, Alton Glore, if they were to come to be able to afford a Dorichis would grow exponentially. My St. Joe People's business, their bake shops, their restaurants, their refaccionarias, they're going to grow. And everyone prospers. Some prosper a little bit more because they have more. But as long as everyone prospers, everyone's reinvesting in the community. And that's what we need. We need individuals to invest in our community. But how are they going to invest when there's no economic development? Look, guys, what has Jessica Tetreault done for the city of Brownsville? I'm sorry, she is an airhead. And I'm waiting, anxiously awaiting our forums and debate. I will prove that to you. They've done nothing. John Cowan, guys, he is an elitist. One of these, I got a degree from some Ivy school. So I automatically should be Brownsville's mayor. Folks, we've had attorneys these past two turns. We've had educated individuals. We have individuals who supposedly were wealthy enough that they weren't going to scam our city. It didn't happen. We got screwed. John is an elitist. Everything's been handed to him on a silver golden plate. He thinks he should be mayor because two of his ancestors were mayors of the city of Brownsville. What has that done for you and for me? Think about it. You're part of the problem currently, and you're part of the past problem because of the past. We're still screwed. We're still stagnant. There's no growth. And for all the individuals who are out there making 50, 60, $70,000 a year, and you think you're banking, bitch, you're not. You're not banking. You're being mediocre. Because you should be making $100,000, $120,000. You know who is banking $75,000 without doing a damn thing? Only Brian Martinez. He's the only individual currently in the city of Brownsville who is on the tit for $75,000 a year. Doesn't even have an associate's degree. Barely has a high school education. And you may say, Erasmo, well, that's the luck of the draw. Don't you wish your huerco would stop playing those damn video games and earn $75,000 a year for looking pretty? But it's always them, that little niche, little elitist group. So para Brian, $75,000, you'll do cartwheels for $75,000 a year. Let me tell you, there's very little I wouldn't do for 20 bucks. Can you imagine $75,000 a year? Bitch, for nothing? And then can't even keep that job. Now he wants to be city commissioner for District 1. Not going to happen. I don't care if they hired Rodrigo Moreno for the full $10,000 a month. It's not going to happen. Because at the end of the day, we're stuck between Nerth Kolonsky and Brian Martinez. And you better believe that I'm going to encourage every single individual that I know down southmost to vote for Nerth Kalonsky. Simple as that. If John Cowan, Brian Martinez, uh, uh, Linda Macias, and Tino Villarreal want to run as a slate, more power to them. You better believe that you're not going to be only running your own race. As long as I know that y'all are in a slate, you better believe I'm coming after you all as hard as I'm coming after John Cowan and Jessica Tetroe. Because again, guys, it goes back to the same thing I've always said. The problem with Brownsville, city of Brownsville, listen to me. The problem with the city of Brownsville are the boards and committees and all these groups that continuously suck the money out, away from our communities, suck the money away from Las Prietas, suck the money away from Rivera, Southmost. They suck the money away. Brian serves like on 500 boards and committees. Linda Macias is all proud because she's serving on BCIC. Same BICCIC who's trying to give Trey $200,000. Same BICIC who gave Limas crap loads of money, who extended the district so that he continued to bank some more money. That is unconscionable. Conscious. Something like that. It's crazy. And I have been consistent since the start. The number one problem with the city of Brownsville are the boards and committees, the ones that give elected officials the power to bank. Why do you think that, again, why do you think Commissioner Roy Las Chanclas refuses to get off any boards and committees he's on? He's the head of Sombrero Fest, the middies. God only knows how many more. Erasmo, Jessica has done one thing multiple times for the city of Brownsville. She has worn that dress with the mirrors. Oh, and the some blue dress one too many times. Face blue smiling. I know exactly what you're talking about. Look, guys, Jessica could prance around in her Tesla and her Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Versace, caca poo poo dresses and purses and shoes. All she wants. They are not indicative of the situation that my people here in the city of Brownsville are actually living in. My people here in Brownsville are suffering. They're not benefiting. And again, that is unconscionable. Bebe, this is this is Andre. Hola, Andre. ¿Quién es tu tío favorito? Mua. Eniker. Es Iker. Bájate un poquito. Hola, bebé. ¿Quién es tu tío favorito? ¿Quién debe ser el próximo alcalde de la ciudad de Bronzeville? ¿Quién? Sí. Porque todos tienen que ir a votar por tu tío Erasmo, ¿verdad? Un perrito. Unconscionable. You know, it's like the Marie Antoinette. Let them eat cake. You know, let them eat cake. And that is pathetic. Because instead of the resources being evenly distributed throughout the city of Brownsville, everything gets vein drained to the max. Va, bebé? Never trust a used car salesman. No, screw John Cowan. He screwed us enough. There's they're grouping up to organize elections with mediums of communication to do business contracts, blackmails, and repeating the same message for the past 40 years. Yeah. Yo, Dave's not here, man. I want that job. Bitch, yeah, $75,000 a year. Let me tell you, I haven't been offered that much. My dentist doesn't make that much. My man, what's up? They're united to make excuses and pretexts, not to inform, but to continue with the same corruption that we are in. 100%. They want growth at all costs, anarchy, and disorder to make a profit. Yes. Now, uh, they offer nothing for the youth who are in dire need. Teachers offer 100%. And let me say, speaking of the youth, I'm hoping that my students come out and to vote this election. Let me say, unfortunately for us guys, I think a lot of individuals have started to accept the reality that our students need to get the hell out of Brownsville in order to make a life. There is no life for them here locally. Commissioner hell bent on creating a Riverwalk type of deal here that benefit them and their businesses downtown. Everything is generated downtown because it benefits them. ¿Qué onda con el SUP y sus short shorts for Sombrero Fest? Let me tell you, that looked kind of wonky. Who's William Garza? I saw a sign. William Garza is a nut. Nut. I like William. And someone please mention to him that I said that. I like William. William should not be a city commissioner, but I like him. Um, it's going to be an interesting week, guys. I appreciate the fact that a lot of my St. Joe people are reaching out and are wanting to be a part of the solution. I'm proud that business owners are starting to call. Business owners, I need the resources. I need you to break down with advertising, with signs. I don't want your money. I want your commitment. I want you to become a part of the electoral process. And if you can afford to break down with some signs and stuff, let's do it. Let's get her done. My 20 minutes are up, guys. I actually have a meeting at 9:45. My nephews are here. They're going to spend the day with me. Yes, he was a commissioner back in the 80s or 90s. I don't remember. Guys, if you're on YouTube, please like that page. I always forget to do that. My internet is a little bit on, not my internet, this damn thing. If only I had a nephew who might be a little bit well versed in this kind of thing, Frankie, and would come and help me out, I might batallar un poquito menos, but I don't. Guys, have a great, great day. Social distance, face covering, hand sanitizer. We'll be back tonight at 9 p.m. Hopefully, we'll have someone on help out because it's a lot easier when you have someone to talk to. I love y'all, guys. Uh, Campaign starts, yeah, yesterday. Let's kick them in the nuts, guys. They've been kicking us in the nuts for far too long. Guys, be good to each other. William Garza should be only be running, but only to the psychiatrist. Yeah, after he was caught running naked down the international, I think it was. Guys, see you tonight at 9 p.m. Be good to each other. Continue to be good to me. God bless.